up, everybody? Welcome back to the Check-In Podcast. My name is Cameron.
My name's Ian.
And we are back with another episode of the Check-In Podcast. This week, we have guest Paul Williams.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Yes, Paul and I went to, and Ian, we went to middle school / elementary school together. And
very good times.
Yep. Columbia Academy was fun. It was
Columbia
fun.
Academy. That was so long ago. I feel
Very
like that was
ago.
forever.
And I'm feeling like I'm forgetting more like of high school.
Right.
I feel like those memories are escaping me. It's kind of making me sad just a little bit.
I'm just trying to remember like the small fun things at Columbia Academy because you can't really remember some of the specifics. Like you said, it's kind of slipping away as time goes. But
right.
I'm trying to remember the fun thing. Like you remember like the field day we used to have with all the classes.
Field day was fun.
Field day was so fun. And all the field trips we used to go on. Like it was a lot of fun. And summer camp. Don't remember summer camp.
I did forget about summer camp.
Summer camp was fun. Like I forgot about it, but I was like, I definitely did go to summer camp all the time.
We had a good playground too, which made it better.
We definitely did. Like that play, and I remember when they upgraded it and put that little big blue tent up. It was nice.
Yeah. But nice. Obviously you guys see we just caught up for a little bit, but to get back on track, how we always do on this podcast, if you could use one word to describe your week so far, what would that word be?
I actually said it earlier, intense. Intense because I feel like this new class just has made me kind of have to step up a different gear. It's extremely different than a lot of classes that I've taken before. And also I just started working out with this personal trainer of mine, one of my good friends from high school. So, just working out for 3 days straight and then, doing this class has just been really intense.
Ooh, I feel you. I'm also taking a summer class and I've been trying to get on my workout grind again. Switching things up. Just trying to be consistent, really.
That's the biggest thing is staying consistent. That's my problem as well. So don't think you're alone on that one.
Yeah. What about you, Ian? What's your word?
Very complete because my graduation is next week. My graduation weekend is next week.
Congratulations to you, Brody.
Thank you. What else? Yeah, graduation is next week. The Lakers are up 2-1 in the series. You know what I'm saying?
He's saying while wearing a Heat jersey. I like it.
Still a LeBron jersey. I got a whole lot of LeBron.
Okay. I like that.
And the Clippers are down 0-2 in this series, and I liking it a lot. You feel me?
Oh man. Paul George. Sad guy.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
so your word's complete, your word's intense. My word would have to be I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited for your graduation.
Thank you.
Ian is the type of person, he don't really he's not celebratory. So his birthday, other stuff, Christmas, the Grinch.
I'm not the Grinch. I'm very chill. I'm just very chill, very laid back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that he's not celebratory. He's not as excitable as you are about celebration.
Yeah.
That is true.
I'm still happy
all the time.
That is true.
That your enthusiasm throws me off a lot.
Yeah. I'm the most enthusiastic in the house about things. So I can understand that. But that's my word for the week. I'm so excited for your graduation.
Thanks.
It's like I know it's his graduation, but I'm getting my nails done. I'm getting my hair done. We finna have all the best pictures. I'm trying to plan the party and everything. So yeah, that's my word of the week. I'm excited. I'm excited about your graduation. I'm excited about the podcast. Just feeling really good about it. We made it to 56 subscribers on YouTube. Now, that's not a lot, but I don't have that big of a platform to begin with. So I'm very excited. So for all of you guys out there who have subscribed and been listening to the podcast and sharing it, thank you. We appreciate you.
56 it's a small start, but people who have 1 million had 56 at one point. So just keep eating, keep grinding. I'm a big fan of the podcast. So hope I can be on here again, but just keep the grind up, both of you guys. I really like the podcast.
Thank you. So as Paul mentioned, he said he likes the podcast, and we've been trying to get him on the show since last season, and our schedules haven't worked out, but they finally worked out today. And today, you know, me and Ian be having conversations on our own, and you know, I be eating them up. I do.
You always have backup. I never really had backup like
yes,
that.
Ian, I always have backup, but I don't need backup for what we're about to talk about today.
Stop it.
I don't need backup for what we're about to talk about today. Today, we're going to get into what dating expectations, you know, all the stuff that Kevin Samuels preaches about, gender roles, and just everything surrounding dating and love and relationships, okay, in our day and age, especially as young adults. So, like I said, I gave y'all the rundown. And so I'm going to ask you guys, because I think I know what you guys' answers already, but we're going to start off with the first question to get this started off. Are women expecting too much when it comes?
I'm going to let him go first.
Are women expecting too much?
Yeah, I got them right here. Are women expecting too much from men when it comes to dating?
I'm going to have to say it's a yes.
A yes or a hell yes?
Well, hell yes. I mean, I'm not in that stage yet. I'm not still in high school. I gotta walk across the stage yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, from to the world I'm about to enter in, it's not looking too good, man. It's not looking too good. It sounded like I gotta have 6 figures by 22. You know, sound like I gotta own a Fortune 500 company by 24. You know, and have some generation set up by 30. You know, it's not sounding too good.
Some generational wealth.
Yeah, it's not sounding too good. I'm supposed to be in my
hit
prime.
It spot on.
Supposed to be in my prime right when I get drafted, and it's not looking too good. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like all those expectations are from women?
100%. I mean, I know we have expectations too, but they I mean, we have standards, but they're very reasonable. Okay, they're very reasonable.
What are y'all reasonable standards? Because I feel like a lot of them are very unreasonable. But let's continue.
Like, you know, you go speak on it.
So just, you know, like I said, he hit it right on the nail. Like all these expectations for men nowadays are so crazy, and it's like, you know, you want, like, everybody talks about how relationships aren't, you know, real nowadays, and, you know, it's always materialistic things, and that is extremely true. Most girls won't even talk to you if you can't take them out to a 5-star restaurant, you know, the first time y'all go out, you know, if you can't fly them out or buy them all these things. And like he said, if you're not a Fortune 500, you know, CEO by the time you're 24, the society looks at you as, you know, you're not doing well, or, you know, you're not well off. Like, half of the millionaires that are alive right now, they didn't become millionaires. They was like 30 plus, you know?
That's true.
So it's really crazy how this generation has all these expectations from men, or like the females, or not females, women have all these expectations for men. And sometimes, you know, they don't even meet our expectations, you know, like you have girls
expectations.
You have girls like, and this is no offense to women, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a big designer person myself anyway, but just to put it in a little bit of perspective, you're wearing Fashion Nova and you want me to buy you Gucci. Like, come on, you don't even wear Gucci. Like, you know, you don't even wear these designers, but I'm supposed to be out here buying you that. And that doesn't mean I'm broke, because I definitely can't afford it. But it's just that, like,
it's just why is materialistic things your standard? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, so that I can see how y'all would say that, like, women are expecting too much in regards to that. But do you think that it's really women, or do y'all think it's social media? Because I feel like
it's pop culture. I did not hear any of this. I promise you, I did not hear any of this until Cardi B got on the stage, Megan Thee Stallion got on the stage. I don't really like Cardi B. I mean, I'm not really like, I don't really like vibe with Megan Thee Stallion, but she's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, she all right. Until City Girls got on the stage, you know, none of this came out until they got on the stage. You know,
that whole group
started seeing India. You know what I'm saying? Little Dirk's girl and all that. You feel me? They put their expectations to them. Feel me? And they know we're near Lil Durks, nowhere near Lil Baby. You feel me? And it's just like, I already had this analogy. It's just like, yeah, you should have standards. You should want to date well, you know, but you should want to date. You should know your level. You feel me? Like you should know your level. Like, I always compare this to 2K. You feel me? Like, a rookie one is not gonna play with no legend. You feel me? You gotta understand that. You know, I don't know if you play 2K, but you know,
exactly. Like,
a rookie run ain't gonna play with no legend 3. You know, a level 53 ain't gonna play with no level 1. You know, like, you gotta know where you at.
Exactly. Like, that's where expectations come at. Like, don't have high expectations for somebody working at a gas station, or don't belittle a man who's in school working hard. You know what I'm saying? You might have a job or 2 jobs, and you're belittling him because, oh, you know, he's not giving you money all the time, but he's working towards a career, right? So, you know, it's so hard that, like, you know, like, because I've seen it firsthand. Like, it's not something that I see in social media anymore. It's like, I've actually dealt with women who act like that. And, you know, you would think it's so crazy. You see it on social media. And yes, like he said, pop culture is the biggest reason. Like, you know, City Girls and Meg Thee Stallions, before we didn't have that. But now it's just like, you know, oh, if, you know, he, like they said, if he can't buy me a Birkin or anything like that, then, you know, he's no good for me. And it's just, it puts these unrealistic mindsets in these women. And then when they don't find that, they want to just have a million men. And then it's just a whole, you know, domino effect, because they put these unrealistic expectations on men. Men don't live up to it. Then they entertain a million men. And then they're complaining about, oh, why can't I find a relationship or someone who cares about me? And it's because you're not looking for that. You're looking for what somebody can do for you, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
you're not caring for them in the first place. You're only caring about what they can give you.
So let me say something. I feel like, let me say where the expectations come from, right? The expectations more so are outside of social media, right? As women, we know when a dude tries to come up and talk to us, and like all they want is sex. Like, we can just tell. Like, we could tell, like, you didn't approach me because you wanted to have a nice conversation about physics with me. That's not why you approached me. You approached me because I look good, and you trying to figure out the quickest way to get some. Right? Right or wrong?
I mean, that's not
true, though. Like,
that's really
if
not.
you think every man
okay,
is
not every
conversation.
man, not every man. That I will say, some women are a little vain when it comes to that, thinking that every man wants that from them. But like I'm saying, like, we're not dumb. Like, we can tell when some
men do that. You feel me? But like, not every dude that approaches you is gonna be like, if I drop a bag or if I act like I care, I can get some coochie. You know what I'm saying? Not every dude is like
right. Like, like, do you think that men don't have to like talk to women in their careers and what they do at work?
Yeah.
Like it's not like we're with guys 24/7. Like, it's like every time we have a conversation with, I mean, I understand you said it's not an overarching, you know, factor that, you know, not all men want that, but like, that's what most girls label it as. Like, oh, like, just because he's having a conversation with me or he's actually wanting to talk to me, he must want something from me. Like, why must we want something from you? Why can't we just have a regular conversation? And that also plays into like the whole best friend thing. Like, you can't even have a friend, you know, like who's somebody else, because it's just that, oh, you might be doing something with her, you know? So it's all of that. Like, it's a whole domino effect of that, because why can't I, as myself, be trusted, you know, with having a friend? Like, talking to women is a problem, and me talking to her, that means I want something. I can't just have a regular conversation with her. Maybe we're in the same field. Maybe we're in the same class. Like, I know I talk to a lot of girls in my classes and I don't want nothing from them. I'm just talking to them.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yes, but like I feel like, and that's where like I don't want to say men are a little delusional, but like it's like y'all can't have like behaved a certain way for so long, and then now that y'all don't behave that way, like don't expect women to not still be responding to that, especially like if like women are used to like, well, some women are used to like being treated a certain way, because I feel like with the expectations it's more so like a trade-off. Like I know like we would all want sex for one gender to be the equal trade-off for the other gender, but like I'm saying, like if you see somebody, right, and you know somebody's coming up to you, like let's say your friend's coming up to you to ask you, not even your friend, just say a stranger's coming up to ask you for some money, and like yeah, you can give it to them, but like also what could you get in return? Yes or no?
I mean,
Yeah,
a
relationships
stranger
are
asking me for
supposed to be
money.
partnerships, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not materialistic like transactions, you know.
But okay, but like when we talk about sex, like sex is power. Like there's a certain trade-off that is beyond just like what happens like in the bedroom. The same way you guys are like, you know, sex is power when you and a woman both had sex, but you hit and she didn't. Like a woman never says, "Oh yeah, I hit. I still beat though." Men say that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but it's not.
That's not.
So that's how you know it's the trade-off.
No.
I wouldn't say it's a trade-off. It's just that women not gonna go up and say, "Oh yeah, I hit that," or you know, I still hit, like, because they don't like. For women, I feel like sex is not like, you guys talk about it, but you don't talk about it how we talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's different. Like, you know, and I like, even saying I get that can be a little disrespectful. Some women don't like you saying that, but like, you know, if I'm talking to my man or my boy and, you know, we're talking and, you know, we're having a conversation about a girl, yeah, okay, I'm going to say that. I did hit, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. It's not about, oh, I hit and that's all I wanted. Like, no, like I'm talking to her. Yeah, I hit that, like, but I'm talking. It doesn't, like, I feel like it's always in a negative connotation when it's not. When it's not like really, so like, you know, I'm not trying to disrespect you when I say that.
I'm not saying you're trying to disrespect somebody when you say that, but what I'm saying is just like, just even like the wording you guys use and the conversation around it, like it obviously, women don't say I still beat or I still hit, because it's not like we're doing sex to you, we're having sex with you. So right. So if a man says something like that, then that means like, one, he's objectifying me, because it's like it comes from a place of like, you still hit. I was there too. Did you not right. know that we had sex together? And right. Then two, like if you know like a man is gonna see it like that, then it's just like, he says I still beat. Well, I got my Birkin, or well, not a Birkin, because honestly, I think Birkins are ugly, but that's a conversation for another day. Anyways, but like he could say that, and you'd be like, well, I still got, you know, what I wanted. I still got something out of it, because
So then, how is that not? So then you said, my bad. So then you said it's objectifying when we say like we still hit and stuff like that. How is it not objectifying when sex is like the transaction, you know, or like I'm paying for sex? How is that I'm not objectifying?
Yeah, because in a way, like, okay, yeah, we just went to dinner, but I just bought you food and now you letting me hit.
Yeah.
So it's like a transaction.
I just cash up you if like a 100 or something like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all prove my point. I'm saying that's where the expectations come from. Like, hey, you're not out to hit for free.
But the thing is, we're talking about like dating and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And if sex was the only thing, then sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sex is a big thing. But if we talking about like dating and stuff like that, the sex is not the only thing you're going to get out of dating somebody.
Okay,
exactly. another thing is like you have your men and your boys when it comes to stuff like that. Boys are gonna talk about, oh, like they're gonna, tell a bunch of people, oh yeah, I hit that. But men, we're probably gonna tell like our close friend or our man, and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with like, even for me and my friends, like I know I have a small group of friends. Yes, we do talk about women, but I'm not about to go tell the whole town I hit her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go tell everybody I had sex with this, that, and the third. I just feel like stuff in the bed should be kept to, you and her, like, you and somebody close to you, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the fact of the matter that a lot of men kind of make it more or childish when they run and tell everybody, because then that girl is like, well, now I got something out of you too, now it's like, oh, I got one up on you too. Now it's a one up on each other. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a mutual, okay, we both had sex, we enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's also like another big factor that women also see is that, oh, now he's talking about it. Now I'm unattractive. Why did I even let him hit? Now I regret it,
Okay. I see that stance. That's one point. Of course, Ian hates when we have these conversations like one-on-one, because I always put the blame on men. And I'm still going to do that in this conversation. I have two men right here who could defend themselves. But so when we talk about like expectations and stuff like that, I really think a lot of them come from gender roles that men set up. And I say that because like y'all want to be the leaders, the providers, y'all want to show off for women, y'all want to show off for other men. So like if you Mr. Leader, Mr. Provider, Mr. Show Off, then when you're courting me, I expect to see that. Like, do y'all think like gender roles are another reason why expectations are like this? And do you think that we should work on changing gender roles or no?
Well, from 2017 till now, I'm gonna give it to 2018 till now.
Okay.
Gender roles in countries that are stable and everything like well, America's not really that great of a country, but unfortunately, like compared to everybody else, we on top. So countries that are doing well,
we have our privileges.
Yeah, they can do without gender roles. You feel me? Like we can do without gender roles. Like nobody's like really. Well, people are oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like people are still like held back racially. But like a woman can make six figures like almost as equally as a dude can. What else? Like it's getting to be like neck and neck. So like it from 2018 to now, gender roles have been getting diminished, like straight diminished. Women don't want to cook. Women don't want to clean. If I ever say, yeah, I want my girl to know how to cook, you feel me? No, it's gonna be like, are you gonna cook? What are you gonna do? Like, is this gonna happen?
Right.
Do you know how to hang a picture on the wall? Like no, cooking is a basic life skill that everybody should have. Like that's not really like a gender role. Like let's relax.
But when y'all say it like that, it sounds like a gender role.
If I say it like, yeah, I kind of want my girl to know how to cook, like that's not disrespectful. If I said, yeah, my girl has to cook every meal, on top of her coming home from her 9 to 5, and my plate better be hot and ready. That's kind of wild. You feel me?
Right.
But like with these gender roles, and how girls nowadays are expecting for me to pay the bills, pay for her hair, nails, and give her money for shopping and go out to brunch with the girls. You feel me like that? And she just does nothing. I'm gonna be like, so what am I getting? Can you cook? Can you cook me something? Is my house gonna be clean? Like what's going on?
No, you Mr. Money, like you hired the chef and you hired the maid. What? It's like nah.
Like what am I getting in return? You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? And the thing that they'll say I'm getting in return is, well I can give you some coochie. If I'm paying for everything else, I could pay for that. What are you doing that another girl is not doing? That's the question that we asking.
Right. And that's very true. Like so many women nowadays, you want like gender roles, like, you want your woman to be able to cook and clean, but at least in my eyes, I also want an ambitious woman, somebody who's goal oriented, who's, working towards something. And just like Ian was saying, like a lot of nowadays, like, well, at least in this country, I can't really speak for other countries. Like, women are like, we have a black vice president who's a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
Like,
women,
where is that happening?
Women are really in power. You know what I'm saying? Like, no joke. Like, women about to run this country. I'm not lying. Like, so I just feel like, yes, gender roles are still something that is heavily looked at right now, still in society, but it's being flipped. The script is being flipped. You know what I'm saying? Women are getting all these opportunities. Women are all in all these high positions. I even looked at something the other day where it said that like investors are investing more into women because of how their like potential of being they have a way higher potential of being successful than men. You know what I'm saying? So
and then they're in their businesses, like entrepreneurs.
Yeah, in their businesses and their entrepreneur and how their entrepreneurship. So I definitely think that gender roles are being flipped, but that doesn't mean that, men can still want that from a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be a strong, independent woman and still cook and clean. Like, I can cook and clean, and I know how to cook and clean. I mean, my mother taught me how to cook and clean. I know how to whip. I know how to like make enough dishes to where I need to cook for a woman, and I know how to fold clothes. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born under a rock. I know how to tie a tie. Like, like I have the skills. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like sometimes men want that from a woman, but that's kind of a lazy aspect from them. So like, if you have all that money and you're ambitious, like, you should be able to provide as well on the cooking and cleaning aspect. But, I myself, like for gender roles, I think that I'm agreeing with Ian. I think the script has been flipped. I think that these new age women, they're in different positions now. And, a lot of men are wanting these old fashioned women, and that's just not how stuff is going right now. And like, that's just how it is. The game has changed for relationships, and gender roles has changed. So everything is just changing.
And a lot of women want these old fashioned men, you know what I'm saying? These 1950s men, right. Like paying for everything, doing this and doing that. But they don't want to do the housework, They don't want to do none of that. They don't want to take care of no kids. They don't even want to have kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
They don't want to act on rent. Like you live here too.
They don't even want to buy their own clothes. They don't even want to buy their own clothes. You know what I mean?
The water bill $500, but you want to shower for 7 hours every morning. Come on.
You know what? Okay, so I'm with y'all on this. Like, I feel y'all on this, but back to expectations, because like both of y'all brought up like what y'all would want to see in women, right?
Right.
Okay, so my question is well, it's kind of a long-winded question, but I'm gonna explain something first. Okay. So how like you feel like social media, like women expect men to have like all this money, take care of this, take care of that, dates, gifts, yada yada yada. I feel like with social media as well, men put unfair expectations on women based on looks. And let me tell you something. This one is hard because men, I'm not going to say every man, but men will dead ass treat you with respect based on how attracted they are to you. And now I'm not saying all men, but that is a lot of men. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. And when I say respect, I don't mean like you see an ugly woman and ugly woman in your eyes, you're not going to hold the door for her. Like if you see her, you're going to slam the door in her face. I'm not saying like that, but I'm saying like a more attractive woman, you might hold the door for her. You might spark up a conversation with her. You just treat her with more, not only respect, but attention. Whereas like less attractive women, y'all are just not going to do that with. Now, attraction has changed as well. Y'all talking about gender roles have changed. Attraction has changed as well based on social media. do you guys think it's fair? Okay, you guys think it's unfair that women have these like financial expectations of men. Do you think it's fair that y'all men have the body standard expectations for women based on the fact that it's surgery, social media, Photoshop, all that stuff that you get to see on the screen, right? That's really not real, and then have those same expectations from women that you see on the street,
bro. We gonna keep it a bean right now.
Okay, let's keep it a bean.
It only matters if she's attracted to us, man. You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie. That's I mean,
we gonna keep it a bean right now.
What I always say to this, I like what I like. And I'm sorry that I don't like what you like. And I'm sorry that I'm not gonna be justified to be nicer to someone who I don't want to be nice to just because I think this person looks better than that person. And like you said, it does not mean I'm disrespecting the less attractive person. It just means I like the more attractive person more. So yes, I'm going to spark up a conversation with her. Yes, I'm going to be a little bit more nicer to her. But that doesn't mean I disrespect the less attractive person, because attraction is only one thing. Like, that doesn't represent a whole person's, being. I just think the other person's more attractive and I like what I like. And I hate how society's like, oh, she's a little bit less attractive. Why can't you appreciate her? I don't appreciate her because I like what I like, and that's what I like. You see?
Or like how society, I mean, but we like looking at ass, you know what I'm saying? We like looking at ass, you know what I'm saying? We like looking at bodies, you know what I'm saying? But like it's not the end all be all, you feel me? Like I have a lot of guy friends, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, she gotta have a fat, you feel me? She gotta look good like this. Mm-hmm. But the girls that they pull on, they skinny, or they not even what they saying. That's just something to look at. It's something to flex. You feel me? Like, your girl's supposed to be a flex. Everybody's supposed to want her and supposed to be jealous of you that you got her. You know what I mean? Okay,
so your girl's supposed to be a flex, but it only matters if you like her.
What?
You just said you guys like what you like. It only matters if the girl's attracted to you, but your girl has to be a flex to everybody.
You feel like if we going by like if we picking up like the beauty standard stuff like that, mm-hmm. You feel me? I'm gonna pull the beauty standard because I want everybody to know that, hey, I got her, you can't get her. You feel me? I want you to be jealous of me. I want you to know that I can take your girl, I could take your girl, and I could take your girl if I wanted to.
So that's now we're getting so whole. First of all, you're contradicting yourself, and now
I agree with that. Agree with that because okay. I don't agree with the whole I think that's another thing that I've kind of learned with relationships is that like I do want the baddest girl. Like, I don't want to say that I don't. I love having a beautiful woman next to me, of course. Who doesn't?
Right. Okay.
But my thing about how all guys are like, oh yeah, like, look at my girl, this is my trophy. Like, I don't I care, but at the same time, like, I don't really care about people's opinion about me and mine's no more. I feel like that was a major reason why some of my relationships didn't even get as far as they should have, was because I was so busy caught up in that, I got the baddest girl. Look at my girl. Like, I can, like he said, I can take yours, and yours. And I feel like, you can still feel like that and have that, but like, everybody else's opinion, like, I don't really care. And I think that's a major thing with relationships is that, like, a lot of people are like, damn, let me get the baddest girl in the game. But she might not, really be caring for me. But, I'm buying her stuff. So, she's with me. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, it's not a real relationship. It's just like, kind of like a show off. Like, it's just a trophy. And I bought this trophy and look at it. It's really pretty. Let me hold it up, So that's why I said I half agree, because like just me and my personal relationships, like it's kind of like not ended well because I was kind of like caught up in that, narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I really agree with what I just said. You feel me? But I'm just saying that's how like people think, or like that's how people think, because like, I be talking to girls, you feel me? I tell my good friends like, hey, I'm talking to this one. or like, hey, I'm talking to this one, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, that don't do that, you know what I'm saying? That's not for you. Yeah. But I don't really care what they say. I'm still gonna talk. You feel me?
Why did be saying don't do that? That's not.
I mean, they'll just be like,
everybody has their own opinions.
Yeah, everybody has their own
you know what
opinions.
I'm saying? Like and then everybody has their run. So it's just that, like, you know, guys are gonna talk. Like, best believe me, my friends talk back and forth, and you know, they tell me about, you know, they'll say something about a girl, but you know, you can't let another man's opinion affect how you and a girl, you know, interact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what somebody else say. Like, I don't really care. Like, at the end of the day, me and her have a relationship, or we have our right. Like, you know, I'm not somebody who's easily influenced by my friends, and I feel like everybody should. Like, you should always be able to stand on your own and make your own decisions as a man. You know, so if you're over here letting your boys, you know, influence everything you do, you're a follower and you're not a man. You don't stand on your own, you know? And that's the biggest thing. You got to stand on your own and your word. And if you over there just standing on your own, your men's decisions, like, they could say everybody's a dot or a hoe, and then you're not going to talk to no one just because of what they said.
That's okay. You know, I'm glad you brought up opinions and influence and following, because there is a man on this internet that is influential, if you will.
The Godfather.
Honesty hurts. That's all I gotta say.
No, lots of crusty opinions, lots of influence for no reason, huge platform. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Mr. What Dr. Moore call him? Mr. Beta Male Kevin Samuels. Y'all know how I feel. This man gets on my nerves. I think he is
a good man.
Hey,
Paul just said honesty hurts, or the truth hurts, something like that.
Yes, sir.
I don't think that's what that is. Kevin Samuels, first of all, what makes him qualified to be even giving out advice in the capacity that he does?
Can I say one thing before we talk about that?
Okay, what?
Why? Like, I think Kevin Samuels is vital because he says stuff that men want to sugarcoat.
We scared to say.
Yeah,
so scared to say.
And since he hits y'all with that honesty, it hurts, because your whole life, guys in your life have been
told
sugarcoating it, have been telling you half as it is. Yes, he comes on there and tells you to rate yourself, and you give yourself a 10. And he's like, be honest, because be honest. It's so mind blowing how people want honesty, then when they hear it, they deny it. Don't deny honesty. This is what men are thinking. You want to hear a man's real perspective? Go listen to some Kevin Samuels, because that's what we all thinking.
Like we as men also are like, we're very realistic, you feel me, like that. Like, we're very realistic, you know how I like my girl Chloe Bailey, you feel me? I like Chloe Bailey, but I don't be in her DMs, man. I don't be in her DMs. I don't be trying to get at her or nothing like that. I think she's really pretty. And when I talk about Chloe Bailey, I'll be like, yeah, she's gonna be my wife one day, like, just joking around. You always say to me, you're gonna be like, what are you doing that Chloe Bailey can't do it for herself? Like, you say that to me, or you're gonna be like, why would she want you? You know what I'm saying? No, but you say that, but it in all honesty, it's just like, Chloe Bailey's what, like 23? She's around there. She's like 23. She a millionaire.
She like 23, 20. She's like around the same age.
Yeah. She's 23. She a millionaire. This and that. I'm 17, about to be 18 soon. You know, I ain't got nothing going for myself. Like, why would she want me? You feel me?
Oh, you mean like, you don't, well, not nothing going for yourself, but you just mean like,
well, I mean, I don't got a career. I don't
like what would he bring to the table for her? And that's the same aspect of what Kevin is saying. What are you bringing to the table? You know, you
and then the girls would be like, I am the table.
A 10, and then you come on here and you want to say you're a 10. You're not no 10. You're a 6 at best. At best.
That's what I'm saying. He is mean.
But that's real.
No, that's real,
bro.
No.
Have you've been on Twitter, right? You've been on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And a dude is like, I wouldn't really date you anyway. And you pull up his profile pic, and you're like, sir, you're a 3 at best. You know what I'm saying? Or sir, you need to cover up that patchy beard. Or sir, your hairline is running a football route. Like that's what that man is. That's what that man is. That's right. What that man is.
I'm sure if y'all had a Kevin Samuels, a female Kevin Samuels, y'all would be like, well, we're just being honest. We're telling you how it is. That's what we're doing. We're telling you how it is. We've been keeping it sugar-coated for years because we will hurt some feelings. That's what he's been doing, hurting feelings, because he's telling the truth. And y'all don't like this honesty? Well, keep living in that sugar-coated life.
and the thing is he's not even really rude for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not even rude for real. If you watch from the beginning all the way to the end, you know, it progresses because the women that he has are just pea brains. You feel me? Like they are not smart people at all. Like his platform is this. He'll ask the woman. He says, "What kind of man are you looking for?" And everything. She says, I want a man that's going to provide for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, provide for my living expenses, and then going to provide for my kids' living expenses. Okay. And then he's like, so how much would a man have to make for him to be able to do that? Around 300,000 or around 400,000, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, okay, you know, and then he's like, do you care if they're black or not? Yeah, I want a black man. I want to date inside the race. Okay, so how many black men do you think are able to do that? They're like, I would say about 30%. That's a lie. That is 2%. 2% of black men able to do that.
30% of black men were making $300K a year,
we would not be in the position we are at.
We would not. Hey, we would probably end racism. No bullshit. I'm telling you.
Gosh.
Like,
okay,
it would be different.
But it's 2%. Okay. And he says, you know, the average black man in this society makes around $45,000 to $50,000 a year and everything. And then he says, so every woman wants that 300K person and up. You feel me? So he says, since everybody wants this person, how do you rate yourself? And how do you rate yourself? And what do you bring to the table? Okay. I rate myself a 10. I'm a 10. If he's the one that everybody wants, he's definitely getting 10s. You feel me? He's definitely getting 10s. You are not a 10. Be honest. You are not a 10.
So, but the thing is, what he does, I don't. First of all, about Kevin Samuels' platform is that okay, I understand that he talks to some men, and I've heard maybe like 2, but it's an overwhelming amount of women that I just. But
he started off at women.
Okay, but like now with the platform that he has, 500K people tuning in anytime he goes live, all of his clips from his videos going viral all the time, and they're all you humbling women, and like, so that's number one. It's too many women. Like it's just, I don't feel like he's talking to people at the same, like both genders at the same rate. And then 2, it comes down to looks. That's the first thing he attacks. He don't be talking about it's not like what do you bring to the table first. It's always, so how much do you weigh? Do you have
because he understands pretty privilege.
How tall are you?
He understands pretty privilege.
Cameron,
that's what he understands.
Like, Cameron, do you think that a man can read your credentials from looking at you? You think, oh, she's a 30-year-old woman. She has this job. I can just tell from looking at her over there. Nobody is going to. The first thing a man sees is looks. Like that's everything.
Like we are very visual.
So why
visual?
So why is it a problem when a man is trying to approach me and I'm trying to gauge how much money he makes off of what he's wearing, what he's driving, all that stuff? If y'all are gonna gauge me off of my looks, that's the first thing y'all see. Okay, that's what y'all pay attention to the most. Then why is it a problem when I'm judging y'all in the same fashion?
You're judging me off of financial stuff. If money can go quickly.
Looks can go quickly.
No.
I have seen so many bad aunties, you know what I'm saying? The looks can go a long way, man. Look, Angela Bassett is still beautiful. I mean, Like Angela Bassett's still beautiful.
But does Angela Bassett look the same way she did when she was 25?
No, but is she still beautiful? And do a lot of men want her? Yes.
Yes.
You still want Morris Chestnut? He's 55. Denzel Washington is 60.
Morris looks damn near the
There's
same.
some old heads who get love from women. I won't lie.
Okay, but y'all trying to miss my point on purpose. Yeah, it's still
Jada Pinkett Smith, she can get it and she's old.
Those things are both fleeting though. Looks and money are both fleeting. So why is it a problem? See, and that's what I'm saying.
They don't equate
at all.
They don't equate.
How?
Money is the weakest foundation.
Money, how can you put them on the same platform?
Okay,
money is such a weak foundation.
Therefore, looks are a weak foundation.
But
yeah,
but you can
looks are a weak foundation, but it's something that women
looks are the magnet. Looks are the magnet. Okay,
money is the magnet.
Looks are the magnet. Personality is what keeps. Personality is what keeps.
Money
I promise you, a guy.
So then what keeps? So if money's the magnet. What keeps?
I promise you, a guy is gonna go for a girl who she may not be a 10, she may be a 7.5. But her personality gets her to that 10.
Is a 12. Her personality is a 12.
And that's what keeps them, because you have these pretty girls with these horrible personalities. That is the biggest thing that I have learned since being in college. The baddest girl,
their personality is
their
garbage.
Personality is great. It's like they're ignorant. They don't know anything. It's so bad. And you would think, they're pretty. So, intelligence will come behind that sometimes. Mm-hmm. But then it's just like, it don't click. Like they don't even appreciate stuff. They're ignorant about things. They don't know. They think everything can be handed to them, and then it just blew my mind how I once was like, I want the baddest girl. But then when I actually had some of the baddest girls, it was like
these people are stupid.
Stupid. And you don't even want to say that. You're trying to have intelligent conversation, something, that stimulates the conversation. And they can't even have it. They don't even know what you're talking about. And
because they get so far with the pretty privilege. That's what they do.
Pretty privilege for rise.
So I feel y'all to an extent. But that still brings me back to my topic. What makes Kevin Samuels qualified to be ripping on women like this?
Because you do, because women have no problem ripping on men. That's the thing.
Let me say something. No. Listen. You notice women start to rip on men when men do something. Anytime, if a man opens his mouth, unsolicited advice, unsolicited declaration,
because I'm not coming to you for advice.
But I'm just saying, any of that, like unsolicited, okay, yeah, you're bound to get ripped on. Like you're bound to get joned on, because like who asked you? Like nobody asked you. You're out here acting a fool. Like of course we finna tell you about yourself.
This ain't happened to me. Okay,
but what?
Okay, but I've seen stuff like this happen. You feel me? A dude approaches a girl, you feel me? Mm-hmm. He's very respectful. He's just like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're really like pretty. I'm just trying to get to know you better. Mm-hmm. Girl would be like, ew. Like I see it firsthand. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, oh my goodness. But it's just like, what made her qualify for her to say that? And not just say thank you, but no thank you. like she said, ew. That's horrible.
That's another crazy thing about this generation that I know you're not going to admit, Cam. Okay. Y'all love the men who will disrespect you.
My God.
Oh, y'all not going to want to hear this one. Y'all not going to want to hear
You guys love the cheaters.
Y'all love a man you have to work. That's another thing. Y'all love a man you have to work for. That's what really is.
You have to work for, or you have to work on.
He has to treat you badly. We have to go through some stuff because that's what relationships are. No, there can be good guys.
The same could be said about y'all. I
am not going through hell and high water for a girl who cheated on me 3 times. Please, I am gone.
No.
Okay.
We see a prime example with Jada and Lil Baby's girl. cheated on her.
But Jada went back
so
to that
many
man.
times.
He publicly cheated on her like 4 times.
Listen, the same could be said about y'all. Y'all want a woman who's gonna hold you down through thick and thin. Not knowing, we don't know what thick and thin is, but you probably gonna put her through some shit, and you still want her to hold you down.
But it ain't
Thick
no
and
cheating.
thin is financial. Thick and thin is financial.
But it ain't no cheating. Thick and thin ain't no cheating, man.
It's different to everybody.
I'm telling you, if they see that money, I promise you, cheating is a small. That's the whole kill by this generation. Cheating nowadays is a small price to pay to stay with a rich nigga. I promise. Small price. All these celebrities, they're getting cheated on left and right, and they're getting back. Oh yeah, we're in a good relationship because we're solid and we work through things. That is not how a relationship is supposed to go. I don't care.
You're not supposed to work through cheating, man.
Right. I mean, I know your mother, and your father, they cheat on each other like a whole bunch of time. They're still together. But please, when are we going to get into a generation where that's not accepted? Like, when cheating is actually addressed. Like nowadays, like people are cheating on each other and it's nothing. Like small price to pay. Like he can cheat on me. I don't care. I'm going to go back to him because he's rich.
Bro, I've seen it. I've seen it in school too, my guy. I've seen it in school. Cheated on multiple times. The girls came and told her like, "Hey, you getting cheated on right now. I don't care." You feel me? Like he's still doing this for me. He's still doing that for me. I'm just like, girl, he is cheating on you while you're looking at him cheat on you. Leave that man. And they don't leave.
But that, I feel like that is like more to do with like just really how women and men like value themselves, like, and really women, because men don't be staying. Well, some women do cheat, but like men do not be staying like in cheating relationships the way that women do.
Because at the end of the day, for us men, why are we sitting here getting cheated on? What benefits do we have? You think I'm gonna go get cheated on, come home, and think you're still not cheating on me? Like, you think I'm just supposed to forget that happened?
I changed. I'm sorry. I changed and everything like that.
I changed.
If you did this behind my back, how am I supposed to see that you changed?
Right. Y'all females be giving these niggas 100 chances. Like, why?
Okay. So y'all feel like women are what's the word I'm looking for? Insecure. Cause like I feel like
I think they're stupid.
Insecure is a harsh word, but it's true. They're a little
insecure.
Bit and it also has to do with self-confidence. They don't have a high self-confidence, so they feel like, oh, if I stay with him, I'm
not gonna get anything else. You feel me? Like,
right. This is the best I can do, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to keep him. When there's God, like that's what kills me nowadays, which is so funny because like, you hear all these girls' perspectives and you see all these like interviews and see all the social media stuff. A girl will go through hell and high water just to be with a man giving them bare minimum. But then you have a guy who will come across and do the bare minimum without expecting nothing in return, just doing it out of, because
kindness of his heart.
Kindness of their heart, but that's not good enough for a girl. Like, and that's the craziest X factor for women that I've seen. Like, you would rather go back into a relationship that's so toxic just for one benefit when you have somebody who's doing something for you all the time with not expecting nothing in return, but he's not good enough for you. That don't even make sense to me at all. It actually just confuses me.
And it's very funny because women are this like the selectors. You feel me? Like they select. If you look everywhere, I mean everywhere like just in nature, who the peacock with the pretty fellas, that's the dude. Mm-hmm. He's doing that, like he's spreading out his wings to attract the woman. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like everywhere in nature, you see like lions, they'll fight, you know what I'm saying, for like the woman, you know what I'm saying, whoever comes on top, women are selective, and the fact that they're not selecting well blows my mind because they have so many options. That's the crazy thing.
Do we though? Because like y'all said, we have so many. No, listen. Y'all said we have so many options, but you can select something, but just because you may like a guy doesn't mean he likes you or he wants to go out with you or anything like that.
I'm sorry, I kind of missed that.
I said, are we really the selectors though? Because like, yeah, we could see a guy that we like and want, but like just because we like a guy and want him doesn't mean he's gonna like and want us.
But how many times do you get rejected versus how many times a guy would get rejected?
Right. That's
I know you've had a lot of people approach you. I know. You've had multiple people approach you.
Okay.
We don't got people approaching us like that. You feel me?
Men face rejection 100 times more than women do.
And we going out and seeking it. You feel me? Like right. we're trying to see,
and we take it to the chin. It's character development. It builds character. You got to get rejected a couple times in life to understand women. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna go up to every woman and get them. I promise. Even the most players have not, you feel me? Have not gotten every girl they want smack at. I promise. Like it's just not happening. You know what I'm saying? Some girls are just not giving it up. Some girls aren't even straight. You never know. There's a lot of factors that play into it. But at the end of the day, men face rejection 100 times more than women. So yes, a girl may actually like somebody and he may not like her back, but that's okay. That's probably I bet you 50% of women can probably count on their hands how many times they've got rejected compared to a man who's had like 50 plus. You know what I'm saying?
Rejection is subjective because like y'all get rejected when y'all approach us. Okay, that's one thing. But like with women, like I said again, with the going back to the y'all treat women with a certain amount of respect based on how attractive you find them. It's not necessarily like, well, actually, you guys probably haven't experienced it, but like it's a different type of rejection when you're sitting at a table with all your girlfriends and guys come up and they only acknowledge a select few of the women at the table or a certain amount at the table. And when I say acknowledge, like when you walk up to a group, don't you like acknowledge everybody and then like get into the conversation with the person that you originally came up to see, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I have definitely come up to a girl and been like, only try to talk to her. But it worked. Like it was because like I had like my mans knew her. And so like, we originally went up. And then like, my man was talking to her friends. And then I had went to her and I had said something. And I had said something. But no, I understand what you're saying. Like, yes, like, you need to acknowledge everyone. But just like from my personal experience, like I remember a time that I did that and I didn't say anything to her friends. Like I said something to her. But I eventually did say something to her friends like after the fact.
But some of that is not even like intentional. Some of that is just like, bro, I came in for a mission and I'm coming out for my goal, right. My one
That's
and only
another
goal.
Thing, like, some guys, like I remember when I was younger, I was a little bit afraid to talk to girls sometimes. Mm-hmm. And so like, I was just like, let me just go do this, talk to her and then stop and then get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In and out, quick in and out. Cause everybody's kind of looking at you, you're a little bit nervous. You don't want to, stutter. You don't want to say nothing too crazy, but at the same time, you do want to say, you want to express your feelings, you know what I'm saying? Let her know what's up with you and like, try and get your number, like, how you doing? Like, just, some little small talk. But no, like, I definitely understand, like, when I was younger and like, back in like first, second grade, and I was, trying to talk to a girl, like all her little friends would be there. So I definitely understand.
Yeah, I just, just the conversation, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, yes, okay. What y'all said is valid. Like, no, I don't know what it's like to be the pursuer. Like where you have to go out. Like the only way
women couldn't handle the rejection we face. That's all that is.
At all. That's the funny thing. Like I would want to see just like probably one night, sitting in a party, the dudes are sitting there chilling and the girls just come up and start talking, start spitting their game, you feel me? Like I would love to see that. Cause the rejection will be through the roof, and they'll just be sitting down and be like, girl, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? He didn't deserve you anyways, you know. Like,
that's what y'all be saying to each other. He didn't deserve you anyway. You think we say that to each other? We'd be like, man, this is another one on the chin. Take it to the chin. This, this is another one. It's okay. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Like I said, rejection builds character.
Okay, you guys. So let's see. So you guys still didn't tell me what makes Kevin Samuels qualified to say any of this stuff, but it's okay.
Yes, we did.
What did y'all say?
We say he's honest. We say he says what we want to say.
The overarching point of what we were saying. So let's break it down again. Honesty is what we were trying to get across. He is qualified to say what he says because he is honest. The truth hurts. As I said before we started this, the truth hurts. And so now that you have a guy on a platform letting women know all the years of men sugarcoating stuff for you, now a man is coming on a platform being 100% honest, letting you know you're not a 10. Sorry you believe that. Sorry you've been lied to. If you don't live in that reality, yes, you're going to be single. Yes, you're going to be a single mom. Sorry, I'm not going to come making $300K and come provide for some little nappy head kids that I never knew. Or
bro, there was this one lady on the joint. My bad. There was this one lady on the joint, and she's living off an unemployment check. She's living off an unemployment check, living with her mom, 2 kids. You know, she's living off an unemployment check. She don't got a job. Mm-hmm. Feel me? She was like, I want a man to come in and take care of me. You know what I'm saying? This and that. When she can't even take care of herself, she's paying with her. She's paying, and she was like, so what happened was she flashed her hands like on the joint on the camera, and he was like, "Who did your nails? You did them yourself?" She was like, "No, I went and got them done." He was like, "With what money? What job?" She was like, "With the unemployment check." You know what I'm saying? We're just like, we said, and that's not like the first time that happened. We sat there, we're just like, "Are you serious right now?" And you have a kid? Like, are you dead serious right now? You know,
that's a special case. I feel like,
but that happens like way.
It's a special case, but it happened. That's reality. Women live with their parents. They have these small, like they live in these places where they only bring a small amount of things to the table, but then they want the man to bring the whole table. That don't make sense. How can I bring a house and all the things and you're not bringing anything, but then you come up on this podcast and you're angry that someone's being honest with you and telling you why you're still single at 28 with 2 kids by yourself.
Like and then he's like, why would another man want to take care of another man's kid? That does not sit right with me at all. He was like, what if your son said, "Hey mom, I want to marry this woman. You know, she's 30 plus. She has 2 kids by 2 different dads, and I'm gonna come in there. I'm gonna be save the day." You're gonna look at your kid like, "Sir, what happened? Why not we build a family of our own?"
But I will support my child in whatever they.
But you're gonna be like, "That was the best one out there." You're gonna be honest. You're gonna be like, that was the best. Like from face value, you're gonna be like, "That was the best one out there, son." Are you serious?
And you're saying this now, Cameron. I promise you're gonna have You're gonna have so many. Like, if you don't think that your parents have opinions on the people that y'all bring home, you're tripping. I remember my mother knew my ex-girlfriend was no good from the start. And I don't usually like even bringing girls around my mother because it's just that it's a privilege to me, my mother. Like, it's really a big privilege. So, it was a massive privilege for me to even bring her around my mom. But my mom is actually like an angel. Like, I've actually never seen her get upset except for at me,
Yeah, right.
Like, I've never heard her raise her voice. Like, she gets frustrated at work and she doesn't even yell or nothing. She just huffs and puffs. Mm-hmm. But for my mother to be sitting here pulling me to the side when I come home from dropping her home and like, I don't really like her, Paul. Like, I have brought people we fell out. I remember I brought this kid to my house one day. When this was in high school, and me and him were friends, and we ended up getting into a fight. And my mom was like, "Yeah, I never liked him. Like, I could tell he wasn't a real friend." That's how you're gonna be about your kids, Cameron. I promise. You think that you're gonna be, I'm gonna like every person that he brings in the house. I don't care. I support my child. No, you're gonna be like, why did you bring this deadbeat in this house?
Okay, y'all may have made some points. I feel like
I told you I was coming today to back my man Ian up.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I may have needed Gabby, my cousin.
No.
Hey,
that is the worst.
Deal with Gabby.
Paul, there's no getting through. I promise you, it's a brick wall. I promise you. She's from Atlanta. That tells you everything you need to know.
Oh man.
That tells you everything.
To her.
Yeah, it tells you everything you need to know. There's no getting through at all.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I don't even know why I have these. Well, I be having these debates from my sisters on the other side. I am not single. I am in a very loving relationship, so I don't really have the same problems that they have. But from seeing it, from the outside, I'd be feeling for my women. But like I said, y'all did make some good points. But just before, well, this is our last little topic in question. So Kevin Samuels brings up high value men, high value women. I hate that term because it came from him. He just annoys me. But for y'all, what is considered a quote unquote high value woman for y'all? Like, what do y'all look for in a woman outside of looks? Because we already know that's your number one. What do y'all look for in women when you think about dating, not smashing, but just like dating?
A high value woman is an independent woman that does not turn dependent in the relationship. That is a high value woman. A high value woman is a person that can take care of herself without me. That is a high value woman, and who's also respectful and just understands me. That is a high value woman, not a woman that turns to a bum in the relationship.
Exactly.
Those are all the things you look for in a woman.
Because it's lumped in together, like respect. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like individually, like what are those things? Like what are the actual? Because like you guys have been saying, like we've all been saying this entire time, like because of social media, like expectations are high, but all these expectations are superficial, surface level, and
But even that, I just sugarcoated right there. Somebody who can take care of themselves. Mm-hmm. Here's something I would not want to say if I did not have Paul, or if I was just with Gabby. Mm-hmm. I would have said, yeah, she has to know how to cook. She has to know how to keep places clean. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And it's gonna be like, is that all she can do?
No. Let me say why. So this man, right,
bro?
No. This man one time he said, first of all, Ian's a good cook. Like Ian makes, his food is busting.
So you already know he's a high value man. Look what he brings to the table.
Okay. But he said if he's in a relationship with a woman, he has to do the cooking and the cleaning. You said this.
I didn't say have to. I did not say have to.
You did.
I did not say that.
You did. It's okay.
Okay. Well,
just be honest.
Okay. Well,
it sounds like false allegations.
He said she has to cook and clean. And I said, Ian, why does she have to be the cook? Like, you're a very good cook yourself. And he's like, I'm gonna be taking care of the house. I'm gonna be paying the bills. And I said, well, you said you didn't want to do that. Like, what if she works too? Like, when are you gonna cook? He said, she's gonna cook. And I said, when are you gonna cook again? And he said, well, for her birthday, Valentine's Day, twice, two times, 2 days out of 365 days in the year. That's what you said.
Who's cooking every 365 days? That's the thing. Sometimes you're gonna eat out.
You gotta
every
eat
day.
out sometimes.
Yeah, you're gonna eat out.
Okay, I'll take it down to 300 days. Leftovers included. I'll take it down to 275. 275.
You gotta cut. Leftovers count for two. Nah, man. I don't remember having this conversation.
Of course you don't.
You feel me? I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But what I did say I was going to do in return, excuse the phone, What I did say I was gonna do in return, I was gonna take care of the house, take care of the cars, you feel me, like that. Take care of very like manual work. That's what I said. So it's not like I'm sitting around, you feel me? She's cooking and cleaning, you know what I'm saying?
But cooking and cleaning is an everyday thing. Taking care of the house, like taking care of like would you say you're gonna do things around the house? How often does a door need to be screwed tighter, or how often does does a light bulb need to be changed? Like that's not an even trade-off.
Bro, but it's way more work to do than to throw some butter and some chicken in the pan. You feel me? Like it's way more work to do. Like painting the house is way harder. Fixing stuff like
up a house is a big task. Like
it's a very big task.
Even though it doesn't happen as often.
Exactly.
If something were to be wrong with the house every single day, would you want to do that?
But the thing is, it's not.
Okay. So let's do it like this. If you said it's not an everyday thing, would you want to switch roles? Would you want to say, hey, Ian, you cook every day and I'll do the handiwork. I'll get my hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? I'll mow the lawn. I'll take care of the car. You feel me? And I'll paint the house. I'll hammer some things in around there, everywhere like that. Even though that stuff doesn't happen every day, would you rather do that than cook and clean?
Me personally, okay, well, I have found this new, I don't want to say love is a bit a strong term, but this new like for cooking during quarantine, now that I've had time and stuff. So, and then cleaning, like I just naturally do that because things just need to be clean. But personally, I wouldn't mind doing that. I can't necessarily do that because like things are high and I'm not that tall, but like, if the roles had to be reversed, personally, I would not mind.
But who is the role easier for?
Like you said, special cases. This is a special case. I promise you. We took a survey. Women would be saying, "Hell no! I'm not painting no house. I'm not screwing no light bulb. Let me cook. I promise." Because as much as cooking and cleaning may be a tedious task, it is a small price to pay compared to fixing a car, something wrong with the house. You don't want to get somebody to do it, so you got to do it on your own. You got to fix that. You got to, when you got kids and they get new toys, you got to be the one to build them, make sure they're working properly. When it's Christmas time, if you celebrate Christmas, if you don't, get in the tree, you know what I'm saying? If, when your kid gets their first car, you have to put them on your insurance. Like, you have to understand that, like, these manual labor stuff are actually very, 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 like...
It's very vigorous.
Intricate, you know what I'm saying? Even though it doesn't happen every day, when it does happen, it's a big task. You know what I'm saying?
It's a big task. And the thing is that men are built for it better. Like, I don't think you're built for like how we're at church, you know what I'm saying, and all the men are stacking up chairs. I don't think you're built for taking around 10 chairs at once. More physically built for that.
Exactly.
It just
you think all the women coming
better
to the congregation? Oh yeah, let the women just handle the chairs today. Like,
like, no, that would get done way slower than what a dude would do it.
And that's not trying to say that men are better than women. It's just that it's more efficient for a man to do it.
and that we excel at different things.
Right. Oh, and I also wanted to say, like, my 5 things about a high value man or woman.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you look for in a woman?
Okay. So my things that I look for in women, just like Ian said, somebody who is independent when we first come into the relationship and doesn't get dependent when we get into it. And someone who's religious, goal-oriented, and somebody who's actually ambitious. Like, they actually want, like, they put their career first and they put me second. I know that kind of like sound a little crazy, but I say that because I would rather have somebody who's working 100% to, be better in their field and their career every day, and then come home to me where I'm working just as hard for what I want to do, for my goals, if I'm working hard in my field, I want my woman to be just as working as hard, just as, work as hard, just as hard as I work. You know what I'm saying? Because we have kids, like, I want to make sure that that's the type of image that we're putting out to our children. Like, hard work is going to breed the success that we have, because that's the biggest thing. Like, I feel like that's where it starts. Like, you want a successful family, you want a structured family, you want a family that's actually, like, you want your kids to, obviously every kid is different. Everybody is different. Success comes in all different shapes and forms, but you want to build that from the foundation of your relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that has to do with marriage, is that, like, you want that strong relationship and you want that ambitious girl, because, when y'all get together, it's not about, obviously the relationship has to be about both of y'all. But now I know that we're in this relationship together, and I know that she has a goal for herself. She's going out to get there, and I have my goals, and I'm going out to get mine. And we bring that together in this household. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, my high value woman is someone who is ambitious, someone who is independent, but doesn't get dependent when we get into the relationship.
You see, and that's the stuff where I disagree with Kevin Samuels on. Everything Paul said, that is great. You feel me? Kevin Samuels, he is he's good at certain aspects and what we want to say, but he's not good at everything. Okay. And we understand that. Like, he's not good at everything. He like, some of his rhetoric will be like, in order to keep a man, put your career to the side, or something like that. Or like marriage isn't about happiness, it's about work. You feel me? Like that, I don't agree with that. Like that, because if you're gonna be with somebody for the rest of your life, you got to be happy with them. You feel me? Like, you got to be very happy with them. And
people change though. Like, even in like a relationship, if you're in a relationship with somebody for more than like the standard 6 months that people be lasting, like, you'll see like them be different versions of themselves. So like, when he says marriage is work, it is work, because like love is a feeling, but it's also a choice. Like, you also have to like decide, is this person, even though this person is not the same person that they were when we first started dating, is this still a person that I love and enjoy and would want to?
But that's emotional. What he's talking about is just like work, like cooking, cleaning.
Oh, that's what he's
like that. That's what he means by like work, like cooking, cleaning,
even worse,
taking care of the kids 24/7. You know what I'm saying? A dude don't gotta touch the kids. You feel me? Like, that's bad. You feel me? Or like he's like dang, I forgot. But like, that stuff I disagree with him on. But like, the honesty and a good amount of the clips that you see, that's nothing but truth that we try to say, and then we don't try to sugarcoat. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, because Kevin Samuels definitely has his own rhetoric that he goes off on, and like, goes off on his own tangents that, I can't relate to. Like, I wouldn't say that Kevin Samuels is exactly like me. Yesterday I actually looked up like those high value things that he was talking about, and I was like, I can't relate to all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of seems like he's business oriented when it comes to a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, in marriage, I can say that maybe it's a kind of a business relationship because, prenups and everything like that. But there's definitely things that I don't agree with him on. Like, I cannot agree with, I would never want my woman to stop or even think about having to put anything that better, pushing her to be better, having her to push that to the side. Like, no, like, focus on your goals. Like, do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always said, like, if I was in a relationship for like 2 to 3 years and my girl had to move away for a job, I would let her go, because at the end of the day, like, just imagine if that job in 2 to 3 years get her, 6 figures or 7 figures. Like, can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going to stop that just because you want to see that person every day? Yeah. I feel like that's another thing. Like, I would never want to hinder nobody's success.
Well, y'all are, again, we've been talking about on this podcast, on this episode, the exception. Now, they're not everything that's out there. I want y'all to know that. But yeah, okay. So yeah, ladies, if you're hearing, this is what these fine gentlemen think is a high value woman. So if you have those qualifications, And this one's 17 though. But if you have those qualifications and you're
18 soon, right, brother?
18 soon. Next month and a half.
Next month. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if there's anybody that's going to
ladies,
if there's anybody going to NCAT, you feel me? Please let me know.
Oh my God.
Please let me know.
Ian's been shooting his shot on these last few episodes. So
I got you.
So I hope y'all been paying attention to and tuning in.
Graduate, first year college student.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah. So that's all we wanted to talk about today, y'all. Just the dating expectations and relationships in this day and age, because I feel like if we talk about it more, we're more honest and in a nicer way. Like when I say honest in a nicer way, I don't mean sugarcoat, but I don't mean well, you're fat, ma'am, so that's why you don't have a man. I don't mean like that either, because that's he also gets me tight with that. But yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this episode, you guys. Paul, thank you for coming on. This was a good and hilarious and enthusiastic conversation.
No problem. Thank you all for having me on this show. I really appreciate it. And I hope I get to come back sometime. Hopefully I get to come back with you said your cousin, Gabby? Yeah.
Yes, Gabby. Yeah.
Get her on. Let's do a part 2 next week.
It's more of a, so you have somebody backing you up, because I know it was me, Ian, today. But thank you. I appreciate y'all for letting me be on this show. And I'm so sorry we had all these mishaps, but I'm glad we were able to do it today.
It's okay. Yes, things happen right when they're supposed to. And yes, of course, you can be on again. We always have reoccurring guests. And also, just before we get out of here, is there anything that you guys want to leave with the audience before we go?
Just hope you took this conversation well. Men and women out there. Men know what to value in a woman, and women understand expectations and understand where a guy is coming from. It's not always your way or the highway. Just understand that.
It is, ladies. It is your way.
Okay, please don't listen to her. Okay. Anyways.
One thing I want to say is, ladies, the truth hurts. So just be prepared for it, because you've probably been sugarcoated your whole life. I won't lie. And also, before we go, I want to shout out my man, TNT Visions. He's an up-and-coming videographer/photographer. I'm going to send you his information, so if you want to put it on the screen or anything like that, or put it in podcast and everything like that. But yeah, he's an up-and-coming photographer and / videographer in the DMV area. He's one of my closest friends. We've been in high school together since we went to high school together and we went to college together, but he went to my old school, Frostburg, but then I transferred to Towson. But yeah, I just wanted to shout my bro out.
But yeah, so of course, thank you again for coming on. As you guys already know out there, remember to lead with light, lead with love. If you like this episode or any of the episodes, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And also share with your friends. So yeah, we'll see y'all next week for our last episode of the season, guys. Next week is our last episode of the season. So yeah.
Peace.